I'm still.
Oh hi, it's been 2 days, hasn't it? As you can see, I'm wagging school. But smoke some weed for the day. Why not?
Would you react if
And
you
watch
walked into a
YouTube.
Burger King and suddenly found yourself inside a grand palace? What about stepping into a Pizza Hut and being welcomed by a robot waiter? Or grabbing a Big Mac in a restaurant that looks like it's about to fly off into space? Well, as weird as they sound, these crazy fast food joints are all real places you can dine in. Now grab your wallet because we're about to step inside some of the fanciest fast food restaurants in the world. The new next. If you ever visit Hong Kong's Admiralty Shopping Center, you'd be forgiven for thinking this restaurant inside was a fancy upmarket diner. With rows and rows of lettuce, peppers, tomatoes, and other vibrant veggies, it looks more like a health restaurant than a McDonald's? That's right. This sleekly styled establishment is part of China's push to turn the gold floors and an open kitchen where diners can watch as their food's prepared. There really is an air of sophistication here. Or maybe that's just the smell of the premium ingredients, because its menu is also completely different than that of its Western brother. As well as all the salad options, hungry diners can pick up an expensive-sounding cheesy champignon Angus burger for 35 Hong Kong dollars. That's just $4.50. Plus, almost everything can be customized to your liking, with all kinds of different cheeses, buns, and drinks to choose from as well. But if that doesn't sate your appetite, why not order something from their cheese drink section? It's cream cheese combined with all your favorite beverages, from milkshakes to coffee. They even offer to add tapioca balls to the mix as well, because even though this is a healthier McDonald's, it still isn't exactly healthy. I mean, just look at all those delicious desserts. To top it all off, your order is brought to your table with a set of shiny silverware. Yes, you too could be tucking into your fries like royalty. And speaking of royalty, Burger Palace. On the coastal city of Buenos Aires, there once sat a palace fit for a king. A Burger King, that is. From the outside, you can tell this was no ordinary fast food joint. A fancy balcony ran along the top of the sign, with strangely intricate stone archways adorning the walls. But inside is where the true grandeur of this place shone. Here, carved pillars and towering ceilings arch up towards a magnificent stained glass centerpiece, with each adjoining room decorated with a spectacular series of motifs. You would never believe this was a fast food restaurant until you spotted the bright red Burger King sign. But even kings fall. Despite reigning since 1989, the burger joint recently shut down. Its successor? A trendy, modern bookstore, which is arguably a more suitable use for all that fancy architecture. The beautiful building was originally constructed about 140 years ago as a palatial house for a very, very rich family. While the top floor was used for living, the ground floor hosted the famous Café de Girard. Several decades later, in 1989, Burger King arrived in Argentina and snapped the palace up straight away. Instead of tearing out all the amazing features, they just renovated most of the original decor before reopening it as a fancy branch of their fast food empire. I guess that's one way to show up McDonald's. And although the cafe is long gone, a bookstore feels like a step in the right direction. Vault, all while watching a poetry reading. You'd think I was mad, wouldn't you? Well, this Starbucks, called The Bank, is designed to be more of an experience than just a stop to get your morning caffeine fix. Parts of the space were built nestled inside a real historic bank vault. Only, rather than saving your money, this bank is designed to spend it. After walking through the doors and descending the fancy wooden staircase, you'll find a huge 57-foot coffee bar that's viewable from wherever you sit in the cafe. The space was inspired by a theater-type theme, where the baristas are the actors, the bar is their stage, and all the customers are the audience. But there's other entertainment too, with the massive 4,500 square foot space hosting live bands, poetry readings, and much more. Well, this is one bank that's very high interest.
But I've never joined.
Modern McDonald's. On the coast of Georgia, just north of Turkey, a beautiful glass building stands proudly overlooking the beach. Is it maybe a swanky car showroom or a groundbreaking art gallery? Nope, it's a McDonald's. Turns out, city officials wanted a dining space and a gas station in this area, but didn't want buildings that would detract from the beautiful beach. Well, luckily for them, they hired the architect Georgi Kamaladze. He suggested combining both buildings into one project to save on space, but surely it'd never work and still look good, would it? Well, amazingly, Kamaladze figured out a way for both the McDonald's and the gas station to coexist in the same building without ever being visible to one another. He did this by creating a canopy on one side which hangs over the garage, shielding it completely from view. Then, on the opposite side, he designed the more glamorous McDonald's entrance. If you enter through this side, you can climb a staircase to the first floor and find an outside seating area. This outdoor zone is surrounded by a grassy, upturned terrace, which ingeniously shields its visitors from any glimpse of the gas station below. And Kamaladze's hard work paid off, as the design won an award in 2014 for Best Commercial Building. While the price of the project has never been made public, it houses a sauna. Yes, a sauna that seats up to 15 presumably insane people. Whoppers, fries, and drinks are brought in and served as you try not to melt. And there's even a 48-inch TV to keep everyone entertained. What's more, the sauna even has these classy Burger King towels that you can use to wipe your hands and dry off afterwards. The entire experience was designed by Burger King as a truly unique and attention-grabbing marketing stunt. But that doesn't make it any less of a real restaurant. Now, if you actually want to use the sauna, it's going to cost you about 300 euros. And that's about $360, give or take. I don't know about you, but by cranking up my heating, ordering a Whopper, and turning on my TV, I can recreate the exact same sweaty experience at home for a fraction of the price. Pizza Bot. If you take a trip to the 128-story tall Shanghai Tower in China, you'll find something strange hidden in the basement. But it's not a monster, it's PH Plus, an upmarket Pizza Hut restaurant that's unique to the country. And it doesn't just look classy, it's also staffed by a talking robot called Casper. This adorable mechanical server greets you, gives you a table number, and then guides you to your seat. What a modern maitre d'. Although Casper doesn't take food orders yet, there's a giant iPad-like table to do that on instead, which you can visually customize your pizza on. Amazingly, robots and tech like these are being used more and more in similar restaurants, with some Pizza Huts in Japan now playing host to a humanoid android called Pepper. Not only does it interact with the customers, but it can also read facial expressions. Supposedly, Pepper can judge your mood and offer add-on products depending on how it thinks you're feeling. This all sounds a bit too much like the start of Skynet to me. Before we know it, an army of pizza-loving robots will be trying to take over the world, one slice at a time. Pizza Tut. Admittedly, this restaurant in Giza, Egypt isn't as fancy as some of the others we've seen. But if, like me, you see pizza as one of the wonders of the modern world, then you'll love it. Because here, you can sit and chow down on a cheesy pizza while gawping at this incredible view of the pyramids of Giza. These dominating structures were built some 4,500 years ago as tombs for ancient Egyptian emperors who believed they'd become gods in the afterlife. They were a humble bunch, those emperors. Today, though, this modern Pizza Hut sits less than a half-mile away, offering a phenomenal feast for your belly and your eyes. Retro McDonald's. Perched on a road split in Melbourne, Australia, there's a McDonald's with a bit of a twist, or should I say, curve. Built back in 1938, this brilliant building was crafted in the Art Deco style, a classic design that was all the rage at the time. Originally designed as a hotel, it operated in the area for more than 50 years, until 1988, when McDonald's saw the McPotential in its one-of-a-kind design. They snapped the building up and renovated it inside and out. And while the outside was left looking like a timeless retro dream come true, the inside was made disappointingly modern. The counter is just a standard array of glass cabinets, menus, and registers. And while its red leather stools kind of remind you of that old authentic 1950s diner feel, it doesn't really match up to its exterior. I think I'll be getting my order to go. Gold arches, gold medals. Up next, let's take a look at a McDonald's that's much cooler than any others.
Which other McDonald's, why not? I'm hungry.
Superdry. Discovery is calling. In South Korea, this amazing restaurant looked like a value meal for giants, with the burger on the left, fries in the middle, and a drink on the right. Although it wasn't quite so impressive on the inside. The daring dome of the burger patty had a pretty basic setup, but people still queued for a chance to eat and get warm inside the biggest burger in the world. While the menu was limited to keep customers from waiting, they made no secret of the fact that they had plenty of hot coffee available. But visitors didn't just come for the coffee. Thanks to the eye-catching design, more than 81,000 Olympic tourists and athletes visited the restaurant in just 10 days. Whether it was to take photos, grab a bite to eat, or just warm up a bit, the tasty-looking design saw McDonald's take home the gold. K-Pro. Over in Shanghai, this KFC branch, called K-Pro, offers fried chicken lovers a healthier, classier way to satisfy their finger-licking appetite. Gone are the plastic chairs and bright colors of...
Thank you. Here's money. Cool, sure. Sure. Let's head in, eat the burger here. Let's go chill outside and smoke some weed, watch YouTube. Why not?
Your standard fried chicken joint, and in their place are sleek cushioned seats with, get this, mood lighting. Here you can browse the sumptuous salad bar, order black truffle, yes, truffle chicken wings, and even sip down on freshly squeezed dragon fruit juice. Not only that, but a waiter will deliver it to your table with silverware and all. And somehow, it's not even that expensive. For 16 renminbi, which is just $2.50, you can get 2 fried chicken wings with a black truffle topping. But if you spend a little more, you can snag yourself a truffle steak panini for around $7.50. Sounds healthy and delicious. I don't trust it. Unidentified Flying Ronald. Imagine driving through Roswell, New Mexico, when suddenly you come across this on the side of the road. Have aliens finally landed? And wait, are they working for McDonald's? Before all the conspiracy nuts start reaching for their tin hats, this interstellar eatery is only shaped like a UFO. Whew. The restaurant was inspired when a mysterious object suddenly crashed out of the sky. Scientists claim it was just a weather balloon, but people at the time blamed aliens. And this is reflected on both the outside and inside of this wacky building. As you walk past a rocket-riding Ronald McDonald and through the doors of the not-so-flying saucer, you'll see a model of an alien standing by the counter. And then if you keep going, you'll find a space-themed play area, too. I've never wanted to be a kid again so badly. Sadly, the menu isn't any different from a normal McDonald's. But hey, who said aliens don't love cheeseburgers? Traditional Japanese Starbucks? I know what you're thinking. The words traditional, Japanese, and Starbucks don't belong in the same sentence, right? Well, in this case, wrong.
Healthy skin starts with Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser 1 litre, just $15.99 at Chemist Warehouse.
Flexible home loans and fast turnaround times. Another reason to bank with Macquarie.
This Starbucks in Kyoto, Japan is built inside an authentic, traditional Japanese house. Here you can sip your coffee and learn a little about the culture and history of Kyoto. When you go inside, you'll have a choice of Western-style seats or traditional tatami cushions set on the floor. Though if you choose the latter option, make sure to take your shoes off first. And after you sit down, you can enjoy a fresh coffee or a more traditional tea while looking at the beautiful rock gardens outside. It's all so zen. It took an entire decade to take this project from concept to reality, because most old Japanese buildings are too small to be used as coffee shops. But in 2017, the most peaceful Starbucks in the world finally opened its doors to the public. So if you didn't have a reason to visit Kyoto before, now you definitely do. McDonald's Makeover. At first glance, this stunning glass pavilion nestled in the heart of Rotterdam looks like some sort of art installation. It isn't until you clock the big golden arches perched on its top that you realize this is actually a McDonald's. With gorgeous glass walls showcasing a spectacular spiral staircase, this building must be the pride of Rotterdam. But it wasn't always this way, because back in 2015, it actually looked like this. That garish design made it stand out from all the other buildings like a sore thumb. The local council were ready to demolish it after it brought shame to the city by being voted the ugliest building in Rotterdam. But Ronald & Co. still had a lease on the site for another 40 years, so they decided to build something in its place that the council would never want to knock down. And the inside was designed to be equally sleek. After ordering your food on the ground floor, you can choose to sit on the long leather sofas on the first floor, complete with an unimpeded view of the city. Now it's the perfect restaurant for anyone who loves people watching. What an amazing McTransformation. Chaos with the Colonel. Talking of transformations, this huge KFC on the coast of Azerbaijan is an old railway station and looks more like a palace than it does a fried chicken joint. Built almost 100 years ago, the station had slowly fallen into a state of disrepair, until KFC decided to pump a finger-licking €3 million into its renovation back in 2012. That's more than $3.6 million today. Know how to put on a party. You might think this whole thing is clucking crazy, but I reckon it's raving mad. Stunning Starbucks. Mall is a stunning sight to behold. It's the largest themed shopping mall in the world, with every last inch of its 5.6 million square feet of floor space decorated exquisitely. So it might not come as a surprise that this place is home to what is often called the most beautiful Starbucks in the world. After walking through the double doors of the mall, you'll need to head over to a Persian-themed area. Here, you'll see magnificent mosaics covering the walls, in a classic Persian style that somehow manages to complement the glowing Starbucks sign. Huge lanterns hang from the dizzyingly tall domed ceilings, casting a soft shadow that makes the place feel more like an enchanted palace than a coffee shop. Surreal as it seems, the menu boasts a pretty standard array of Starbucks items. Although with scenery that spectacular, I doubt any customer here gets their order to go.
You're so joined.
Moon Pizza Pie. Now, this next fast food restaurant is really out of this world. Though only a concept at the moment, this artist rendering of a moon-based Domino's pizzeria is 100% real. That's right. Domino's Japanese arm has spent time making actual, legitimate plans on how they would go about creating an intergalactic pizza restaurant. And while the kitchen seems relatively normal, other than the man operating a moving space staircase, and the dining area looks fairly standard too, though it does have a lovely view of Earth. But there are also plans for a moon bike room, so pizza can be delivered piping hot to anybody who isn't a staircase, and the dining area looks fairly standard too, though it does have a lovely view of Earth. But there are also plans for a moon bike room, so pizza can be delivered piping hot to anybody who isn't 239,000 miles away on Earth. And if somehow you are chilling on the moon when this plan takes off, Domino's will have you covered. The base's design is so expansive that they've even included a games room, because the moon is probably pretty boring once you've explored the first 100 or so craters. And come on, who wouldn't want to play space pool while standing on the wall? As wacky as it sounds, Domino's has insisted that its plans for an interplanetary base are serious, though it'll be a very long time before it becomes a reality. For start, the project will cost an astronomical approximate of $21.74 billion to build. Well, considering nobody lives on the moon, they wouldn't be making that money back anytime soon, unless they're relying on pizza-hungry astronauts and aliens. First class McNuggets.
Refreshment and deliciousness is possible. But don't believe an animated mouth in an ad.
I don't think I've ever been excited to eat airline food, but if I visited this McDonald's in Taupo, New Zealand, maybe I would be. And that's because this decommissioned Douglas DC-3 passenger plane has been used as part of the restaurant for the last 30 years. You can order a Big Mac from next door, climb the stairs, and sit right down inside the body of the aircraft, which has been completely renovated to accommodate tables and chairs. You can even take a look inside the cockpit. But just how did a 65-foot-long plane become part of a fast food franchise? Well, the site was originally a car dealership run by the town's very eccentric mayor. He bought the plane for just $20,000 back in 1985 to use it as an office of all things. But when the dealership's location was bought out by McDonald's in 1990, the plane came as part of the package. Now the plane seats 20 diners and is a big tourist attraction for the area. It was even crowned the coolest McDonald's in the world back in 2013. That's certainly one way to ensure your franchise takes off. Satisfying Sky Kitchen. Now, this McDonald's in Sydney International Airport looks like something that's been plucked straight out of the future. Dubbed the McDonald's Sky Kitchen, this big yellow restaurant was designed with the kitchen floating above the counter to save floor space for fries while admiring the spectacular views around them. However, the food this place serves is even more insane than its location. Check out these black and white burgers, each hiding a mushy filling of mashed potato. And if you think that sounds weird, it's nothing on the Spam and Oreo burger that was released across China in 2020. Yep, that's Spam, Oreo biscuit, and mayonnaise all smashed together in a classic McDonald's bun for only 13 yuan, or about $2. I'm sorry, but no matter how good the view is, it could never distract me from that monstrosity. Okay then, I think that's a wrap. Well, that was a burger, but you know what I mean.
Let's pause it. Head to bed. Walk the doors. My room. Seven in the morning. Wag school. Why not? Smoke some weed. Watch YouTube.
He gave me the
Smoke a blunt for the day.
I hear tires screeching. Before the video starts, if you guys want 3 free months and 50% of the best VPN on the market right now, use my referral. expressvpn.com/putter. Where can I drop you off to, gentlemen?
Drop me up tomorrow.
I'm sorry, where did you say, sir?
Downstairs.
Are you mocking me, belligerent fool?
No, downstairs.
No, you were trying to mock me, weren't you?
I'm Indian.
Belligerent
Excuse
shit
me, sir.
biscuit tried to mock me.
I'll come here to the bank, sir. Sir, what the hell is this? No, very bad.
Excuse me?
I do not.
What
do
is that? You're
drugs.
a drug dealer?
I do not do drugs. You can't.
No, you cannot bring drugs in my taxi, kind sir.
no.
Hello?
I don't know.
911, Sergeant Matthew?
No.
Yes, sir.
I have a drug dealer in the back of my taxi cab. He was trying to sell drugs and do transactions.
Oh no, we can't have that. in our
You
city.
gave me this.
Yeah, so this individual, I have reasons to believe he has 10, 15 grams of opium. He wanted me to drive him to a location for a drug deal. Do you think I locked the doors in the back so he can't get out. By any chance, do you think you can pick him up for me in front of Mission Road Police Department?
10-4, yeah, I
This
think
dude, you gave me this shit.
Thank you very much, officer. I'm just trying to do my best to make sure the streets are getting cleaned.
no problem. You're doing good work. Good work.
Oh, thank you very much. I will be
You
there.
gave me this shit, man.
All right. Oh, no, stop! Stop it! Stop! Stop!
I'm on my way.
Oh, the officers are on their way right now.
What?
Out of my taxi. Please stop.
Step out of the taxi before I have to pull you out of the taxi.
How do you know I have it, though? The only way you know I have it is if you throw it on.
You might want to take over from this belligerent fool, officer.
Oh, I got him.
Freaking bitch.
Wait, actually, Sergeant, he claims he does not. I just heard the transaction. You might want to verify it. Does he have any on him?
Let
What do
me
you
officers
mean,
around here.
dude? You freaking threw it on me.
No, no.
Yeah, he has 10 grams of opium on him.
It's
Ah.
not mine.
And he's got some counterfeit cash on him as well. And he's got 43 grams of weed, which is over legal limit. He's gonna be getting charged with all that today.
Well.
Why you got all them drugs on you, bro?
You planted drugs on me.
Oh no, but I think you probably just made a mistake, bro.
Oh, no.
You had the drugs.
You're gonna be going down to the
Opium on
precinct.
me. I don't got it.
Would you
Yo,
like
what
a
happened,
witness,
yo?
a witness testimony or anything, officer?
Yo, don't get in this taxi.
yeah, of
Yo,
course.
make an announcement.
Absolutely.
Don't get in this guy's taxi. Nobody get in this taxi.
Respectfully, sir, I just do not like drug dealers, and you were selling opium in the back of my car.
That wasn't a smart move to go ahead and sell opium in the back of his car. I think that was pretty dumb.
You gave me this shit, man.
That is preposterous.
Well, I have evidence or whatever.
I can give you my full statement, officer, about what happened upon picking him up and dropping him off at MRPD.
I didn't do anything. I swear, like, if
Alright, so
how would he know?
what you went and made a call to try to make a drug transaction go down in the back of his taxi?
What?
Of course he's gonna know.
What are you saying? No one else on board.
You, officer, I could give you my full statement, everything down to the bone of what happened.
Stay put for me.
Alright, Sergeant. So, this is what happened. I was at the gun store. That is when I had to pick up a customer waiting for me. This individual hopped in and said, take me to Mirror Park, the Mirror Park houses. That is when this individual picked up the phone call, and I heard him talking about, yeah, I got opium on me. Yeah, and he said, slide Mirror Park. Upon that is when I quickly locked the doors and I said, you are coming straight to Mission Road Police Department, and that is when I contacted local authorities, and here we are.
100%, yeah, that's when you called me and I got the phone call. And I rushed over here as quickly as I could.
Absolutely. Very well then, it was just my statement, You do know, officer, that, I'm trying to be a part-time taxi driver, a little hobby of mine, and, unfortunately, there seems to be a lot of delinquents around.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're having fun doing your taxi job.
Can't complain. Tips are quite nice. Very well then, officer, I will not, I know you're kind of busy, you can continue.
Today, he's gonna go down.
Yes, if you don't mind me asking, how long would you be looking at?
So, drugs, he has possession of drugs, that's 35 months. Also, concealing his identity, that's another 30 months. He's looking around 65 months in total.
Ah, wonderful. Job well done, Sergeant.
Yep, job well done by you, Billy. If it wasn't for you, this would have never happened.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for more delinquents. I'll make sure that you get that promotion. And another big, hefty promotion. We gotta bring all these criminal delinquents down.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's tomorrow, Friday.
Super Draw Saturday. Play now in store at the
Let's head to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Wake up in the morning. Head out. And go somewhere, I guess. Seven in the morning. Let's head out. Yeah, buddy. Yo, buddy. Let's go to here. Let's go to here and smoke. Smoke some weed for the day. Watch YouTube.
100%.
Smoke a blunt.
Kind sir, were you requesting a taxi ride once you're finished here?
Smoke a blunt for the day.
Greetings, kind sir. Were you requesting a ride back to the city or somewhere else?
To the city, shit, yeah, I'll get that. Let me take me to weed sales.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wait, how much you charge?
You know what? You were being very respectful. First one's on the house. It's my first day after all.
I bet that. How you doing today?
I'm doing quite spontaneous, if you don't mind me. Yes, I couldn't complain. Sir.
I feel you a new taxi service?
That's the first day on the job, sir. First day on the job.
Where you going?
Isn't this weed sales? Oh, could you just put in the GPS? Sorry, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Oh, you good. You trying to take me to the corner and shit.
Oh, it is over here. Very well then.
Damn, it's tequila hitting.
Yes, make yourself at home back over there.
Well, man,
So, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been in the city for?
yeah, probably like 2 months maybe. Like 2 months.
Ah, wonderful. And what are your thoughts on the city so far?
It's pretty cool. I think we need some more less violence, more.
Oh, 100% I agree with you. What's your name, kind sir?
My name James.
Ah,
Dope Game James.
nice to meet you, Mr. James.
What's your name?
My name is Billy Anderson, part-time taxi driver.
Oh yeah, this is the worst
Billy
cab driver
Anderson.
in the world.
Preposterous. How dare you say that? As you can see, I have a marvelous customer sitting behind me.
Wow, this is an amazing car. Where did you find this?
This is my company
You
vehicle.
don't know who this is? It's Billy Anderson.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Have a nice day,
Irrelevant.
Mr. James, and feel free to let everyone know about about my taxi service.
What's the number of the taxi?
Could you say that again?
What's the number of the taxi service? What if I need a taxi service? What should I call?
Absolutely. Would you want to bring your phone out? It's one.
What's your cash app?
Oh, my cash app happens to be 27.
What's the number?
And my number happens to be. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. James.
And I appreciate
the tip.
that, for real.
Are you writing down my number?
Yeah.
It's 1-800. None of your business, you bitch. Robbery in progress. Kind sir, would you like a ride? This is my first day as a taxi driver. Would you like me to drop you off to a destination?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rush.
Before
much
you
do you
hop in,
charge?
I would just like to say I charge $25 per mile. Are you fine with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, wonderful. Well, hop on in. If you could just put it on the waypoint, your closest destination, I would really appreciate that.
There you go, my friend. I appreciate the ride.
Oh, no worries at all. You don't mind quickly putting this on, do you?
No, you're good. Oh shit, what's this? I know what you did, criminal delinquent. Oh no.
Oh yes, I know you were robbing Rob's liquor in the distance.
Oh, no. You got that wrong. See, Gusto, he promoted me to manager. You know little Gusto?
Rings the bell. Must be an up-and-coming SoundCloud rapper.
He promoted me to manager, and he told me to check out the security systems or whatever and whatnot. And I guess they got tripped or whatever. So it's no big deal, though.
No big
I was just
deal.
doing my job, my friend.
So you're telling me you would not have any illicit goods in your possession?
No.
Are you lying to me?
Most definitely not.
You don't mind if I rummage through your pockets, then?
Well, I mean, it all depends, though. I don't consent to a search.
Understandable. Would you like me to release you right over here, then? You can set your search.
No, you just dropped me off over here at the garage.
You think you're a little slippery weasel escaping your fate, huh?
Well, I mean, my brother, he's a lawyer in the city, and he kind of told me what rights I have and what I don't, so...
I see. Very well then. I will drop you off.
You want me to place another waypoint for